Now I'm sure a lot of you guys know this by now, but I am currently in China to visit my family, and honestly, I really like it here. The people are pretty dope, the culture is breathtaking, the technology they have is awesome as hell. Did you guys know they have driverless cars to deliver our packages? This isn't CCP propaganda, by the way. Because while all of this is great enough to make me want to stay here for my master's degree, there's just one teensy tiny little problem. And that is the fact that they ban a lot of websites, which sucks mega balls. And they're not small websites either. Almost anything that I use on a daily is basically cock-blocked by the Chinese government. Google, Instagram, YouTube, and hentai. Unless I use VPN, it is pretty much bye-bye to these sites for me. And that is if the VPN works, because sometimes it just decides to go fuck itself. So one of those days while I was trying to finish up a video I made last week, I had absolutely nothing to do but just accept my defeat as Xi Jinping declares I am not allowed to send my data to American corporate elites. And with no way to doom scroll or goon, out of pure boredom, I decided to watch my own videos. Well, to be completely honest, I only decided to watch one, and that is the most viewed video of the channel, the most garbage manhwa I have ever read. And you don't need to watch it for me to make this point, because I just want to say that Past Me brought up something pretty interesting. And that is claiming that Office Menace Alert, the manhwa that I'm discussing in that video, has the worst main character ever. Now, I've saved myself from watching my old videos so that I could do a stream where I rewatch them and see how much I've changed in terms of my opinions of them, and I gotta say off rip that I disagree with this claim now. While I did make great points in that video, there are 3 points that debunk this claim. 1. Since the release of that video, the main character has changed a lot. Now, don't be expecting Thorfinn levels of character development, but he has gotten a lot more tolerable. Not to mention the fact that he decided to choose the correct option by picking the mommy. You know what? You aight, white boy. Number 2, I feel like I've become more at peace with myself. You know, call it maturing or getting older, but I feel like it's kinda hard to make me angry now. Unless it's something unfortunate that happened in real life, or playing God of War in its hardest difficulty, I'm kind of in my low cortisol phase. It is what it is. If someone in the manga/manhwa does dumb shit, whatever. They're drawings. They shouldn't matter to me. So again, you may have done a lot of stupid shit, but look, yo, aight, white boy. And number 3 is I read a manhwa that has the most abhorrent main character I've ever seen, and he makes me want to rip out my skull. So this dude's name is not Albert, because that would be an insult to the many good ones I've named over this channel. So instead, we're going to name him something punchable, like, I don't know, Mr. Honk. You see, the manhwa starts with a panel that shows Mr. Honk being in the couch with his wife, Sora. But off the get-go, you can tell that the vibes were already off with the way their conversations seem monotone and has no life to them. Not long after, Sora even said, "Hey baby, I want you," type shit. Oh. Okay. Wow, it's that easy, huh? Now this is where Mr. Honk goes on an inner monologue about how his wife is a good woman, how she's beautiful, has a good personality, great personalities, but much to his regret, he apparently doesn't love her. That is because his heart belongs to the magical girl, Pink Lumina. You see, back when Mr. Honk was still little Honk, he was attacked by a monster. Yeah! Oh my god! This monster about to kill me! Oh no! It even did the girls! Jesus Christ! I'm dead! Ow! Wait! Why is it doing that? Oh hell nah! This monster is Diddy coded! Uh-oh! That was trying to diddle me! Ah! Tasukete kure! Oh negai! Wait, I forgot I'm Korean! Fuck! Shiba! But just as he was about to get eaten, BAM! Pink Lumina comes in like Prime All Might and goes, "Mo daijoubu! Watashi ga kita!" No, really, I didn't make that up. She unironically stole his line.
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
Pink Lumina, the #1 magical girl, the strongest of all time, she reached her peak in her teens and continued to grow stronger even as an adult. However, when she started growing into a middle-aged lady, her popularity dropped as the netizens started talking mad shit behind the screens of their sweaty computers, reeking in their mother's basement. But Mr. Honk, different to the others, said, they have no taste. Can't they see that she's even more charming now because she's a MILF? Okay, pause. Just for this moment, I'm going to compliment you for being cultured. That was a W statement and I fuck with that. But that's the only thing I'm gonna give you, okay? No more handouts. Because while what he said made me jump out of my seat to applause, I forget that this man is already married to a MILF himself. Yet here he is, obsessed over a woman out of his reach, and to this day, it's still in that predicament. It even goes to the point that when they do some Mario Smash Bros. Action, his imagination wanders to looking at Lumina instead of the woman that is sticking by his side. This is basically the equivalent of marrying a K-pop stan.
Gretchen, I am already moderately relative. I am married.
So I was not at all surprised when the comment section had one of the most negative feedbacks I have seen. This guy is so weird. Been married for 3 years but thinks about a woman from middle school? This weirdo must be stopped. This shit fucking pissed me off. What the fuck you mean you don't love your wife just because of an unreachable bitch? Bro, what the fuck?
Nah bro, this shit is alright for a start. Like, why you guys all playing it down like it's normal to want chicken but only have fish? It's like that. But in this case, it's not more in proportions, but more on the okay.
Now, if I were to play devil's advocate a little here, at the very least, he isn't cheating and he feels guilty. I know, not a lot, but just hear me out. Right as of this very moment, he isn't hurting her, so at most, what he is doing is just cornball behavior. Which some would argue is probably worse than being a genocidal maniac. But also because in this chapter, we then get to see that he decided to take that step of seeing Lumina one last time before choosing what to do. Stay with his loving wife, or ditch her ass to choose after unreachable puh, and most likely gooning in a dark room. He goes there, sees Lumina protecting the city, these boys make fun of her, calling her a hag, taking a picture of her, so that Mr. Honk takes out a knife? Okay, why the fuck do you even have that in your disposal? But alright, good job on scaring those asshats and destroying their phone. Yeah, right, white boy. Ah, shit, I just complimented him again, didn't I? But yeah, Lumina does her thing and goes, Moon present power! And Mr. Honk gets excited and falls in love. While Mini Honk is also excited and falls in love. And that's when he's like, you know what? I just have to accept these feelings of mine. Even if it makes me a pathetic loser beta bitch who can't accept reality, I need to let Sora go. She's a good woman, and I need to let her be happy by finding someone else. She deserves better than me. You got that right, brother. Pass the controller to me already. But dun dun dun, turns out that Pink Lumina is Sora herself. What? Nani? Apande? Yeah, I saw this coming from like a kilometer away.
So he's like, what? My wife is actually the one I've been in love with this whole time? What a predicament!
I don't know, dude. I feel like you should be in love with your wife in the first place. But he can't be sure whether what he saw was real or not, so to confirm, he would have to get undeniable proof that the woman he married is actually Lumina. And to do that, he has to see if she has a mole under her bunkers and at her baloomaloo. Think of it like searching for the stars in the JoJo's. So he's like, hey, so wanna shower together? And she's like, eh? You never asked me that before. What's the sudden change? Oh, nothing. I just wanna do it, you know? So they go and do this cute thing that married couples usually do, even though this is their first time doing so. Now he sees his wife's body and thought that she was plenty attractive, but he's like, damn, why have I never seen this before? She's actually so my type. Uh-oh, my mini honk is getting excited. She'd probably think I'm a weirdo if she found out I was a throughout all of this. Sir, she is your wife. So they go and do their thing. I'm not gonna describe it or else YouTube is going to nuke my career, but he managed to confirm one of her moles being in her balloomaloos. Now this entire sequence is kinda cute, but then she displays a sort of uncomfortable vibe after he confirmed one of the moles. And he's like, oh, you good? Why are you fidgeting? And she's like, oh, no, I just, it's just that I'm not used to you being so passionate over me. I'm taken off guard. Wow, I'm such a jerk. I can't believe I've been neglecting such a wonderful woman in front of my eyes. She's showing off her devotion to me, yet here I am with my ulterior motives looking for ways to corner her. It's time to stop. I should just focus on giving her a good time and try to be a decent husband. Aha! so she is Lumina. Motherfucker, make up your goddamn mind already. Either you love her or you love her persona. Pick your poison. For me, it isn't even the fact that he's still brooding over who he loves, cause I don't mind a character that's confused about his feelings towards another. I think the best example of this is Nino's arc in Quintessential Quintuplets, and honest to god, by the first chapter, I didn't mind the plot of him being in love with the magical girl, cause I mean, yeah, she saved his life. That's a pretty big deal. When I saw the hate from the comments there, I was one of the ones to defend him, going, yo, let him cook. I think these guys are really undervaluing how important this woman is to his life. But you can't just say one thing and then change your mind within a second. He would go, oh man, I feel bad for my wife. I'm such a bad husband. But then continues to be a bad husband. So eventually the scenario evolves to become a standard action scene, but through it all you have to see this man awkwardly trying to woo his wife. And it honestly feels like a try not to cringe challenge. Now I've read plenty of dojins where it involves two inexperienced characters going through with their Mario Smash Bros. Session without knowing what they're doing, but that is endearing and super adorable because you can feel how their clumsiness is a byproduct of them being super shy around each other, yet they still want to give each other their best time. But this is different because while those ones come from a place of love, this comes from a dude trying to fulfill his selfish objectives and deception over this woman that he should be loving. And I swear to god, this entire sequence feels like I'm watching Prime Kazuya in his Chud era. Again, I can't describe this for YouTube's sake, but I swear it gives me the type of migraine Rent-A-Girlfriend used to give me. And I am not exaggerating. Now to his credit, he at least showed some love towards Sora instead of Lumina. He did something that physically hurt her, and the way he frantically checked if she was okay, that was nice. Even if that's the bare minimum, but look, we gotta get what we can with this dumbass. And while this session was happening, you start seeing some hope. You're like, okay, I wasn't on board at first, but I guess this can work. He may have only started looking at her after finding out her secret identity, but it seems like he's starting to fall for her real personality now. He's starting to see Sora for the person that she is. This can become a situation where an unlikely relationship turned out to be perfect, and he just f***ed it all up. There is only one thing worse than calling another woman's name while being intimate with your wife. And that is killing her entire family. Yo, real talk, during the session, he did this mini flashback of their wedding, and it was showing how the last time they kissed was during that day, and it was both their first kisses ever. And he said that he was disappointed that his first kiss wasn't with Lumina, and I swear to god, I made this face. They tried to salvage it by him saying, oh, but don't worry guys, sure I was disappointed, but now that I know that she's Lumina all along, it's all okay now. Bitch, no it's not! Okay, anyways, back to him revealing that huge ass fumble. It shouldn't be a surprise that the comments went fucking hard on him. Understandably so. But I thought that this could lead for their relationship to actually bloom. The secret identity crisis has been the biggest obstacle in their marriage, so I felt like now that the cat's out of the bag, this would lead to something better. I mean, we already went through all of that, so it's not like it's gonna get any worse, right? Oh, it gets so much worse. So first off, she asks, hey, so you knew I was Lumina? And he was like, yeah, sorry, I found out while I was on my way to work. Bullshit, I know your workplace is far from where I do my duties. Yeah, well, that's because I'm a big fan of Lumina. Huh, you expect me to actually believe that? Do you even hear yourself? That's like a grown-ass man being a fan of New Jeans. But what? I like New Jeans. Super shy, holy lord, I knew it. I've heard the rumors. The HQ plants people in a close circle of magical girls so that they can trick them. You're actually a villain, aren't you? Wait, what? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah? What? There's a huge ass monster? Bitch, am I the only magical girl in this country or what? So Sora starts leaving to continue her Lumina duties as an emergency came up because a rookie magical girl is in trouble or something. And he's like, but we're still talking. Bro, that shit can wait. Someone is fighting the Japan monster. We gotta purge it. Lumina agrees with me and starts leaving him despite his pleas, and that is when he hugged her from behind and started sulking. And at first, I thought this was kinda cute. Like, aw, look at this piece of shit being desperate. He's even pouting like a snot-nosed little brat. Just makes you wanna swing a bat on his head. No, really, I kinda have a soft spot for yearners, especially when they get to the realms of begging. It's adorable. But then, he just kept going. and going and didn't stop. Okay, stop. You can stop now. Hey. Hey. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? This man is actually sick in the head. Again, I can't show any of this, but even if I could, I wouldn't. You see, in order to make these manhwa videos, I need to do more rereads than if I were to make a video on mangas. Because I can download the pages in that one and put it up on Premiere Pro to edit or Photoshop for my thumbnails. But when it comes to manhwas, I have to manually screenshot each panel that I want to talk about. So if I wanted to show any of the things that he is doing, it would mean that I have to pay close attention to the scene unfolding in front of me. And I don't want to pay close attention to the scene unfolding in front of me. Because not only is he doing this detestable action towards his wife, it is also during a time where she needs to go and save the life of another magical girl. But because she can't go because of this douchebag, we have to see this poor innocent rookie get seen in live television. This is horrifying. This pitiful soul is helpless and alone because some bastard is holding out her hero because of his own fuck-ups. Ma'am, I don't usually advocate for this behavior, but please, give him the NTR treatment. I know, hear me out. Like, he deserves it. Don't settle for a divorce. He needs to get a worse treatment than that, and that is to see the love of his life getting clapped by another person. And I volunteer as tribute. Oh yeah, by the way, the rookie fucking died.
Thanks for the support, asshole.
I don't even want to continue doing this recap anymore because I have better things to do. I'm supposed to be enjoying life, spending time with my family, eat good food, go to Disneyland, yet here I am in my hotel room writing this shit. But as agonizing as it may be, I need to leave one final detail. Just one more plot point, and then I'm done. Because this was the straw that broke the camel's back. So after the death of the poor little girl, Lumina meets up with another magical girl. Now remember how she suspects him to be a spy planted from the HQ? She brought that up because a friend of hers caught her boyfriend reporting how she is like in bed. But Blondie here was like, sister, you didn't read the sequel? Turns out it was just a false alarm and the dude was practicing his lines to be a voice actor. And she's like, oh my god. I feel so terrible for what I've done to Mr. Honk. Sora, please don't. So afterwards, they had a full-on heart-to-heart. Sora starts apologizing, and when I read this, I wanted to smash my phone. But a certain character stopped me, and that character is Mr. Honk of all people. He starts laying it all bare. He apologizes, he reveals all of his lies, he talks about how he's been in love with another woman all of this time, he admits all of his wrongdoings, except for the part where he got a girl killed because he f***ed his wife. But unironically, this scene made me happy. It feels a little unearned, sure, but I think it kind of fit with how kind-hearted Sora is and how she's been head over heels for him or how loyal she is. And he really felt guilty about all of this. He caresses her face, he promises to not only love Lumina now, but to start loving Sora as well, and I thought, wow, look at that. After 9 chapters of straight torture, we finally got something good. The MILF is no longer being wronged, and is actually being given the happy ending. They go on to another action scene, it's much more affectionate than the last, no ulterior motives. It ends with Mr. Honk confessing his love, not to Lumina, but to his wife, Sora. And then, the manhwa transitioned to a panel of Mr. Honk telling someone about how that was the story of how he made up with his wife, and that they are now living an amazing life together. And then the panel shows a woman, and she's half naked. Oh my god! I'm going to actually rip my skull! At this point, I wanted to stop, but for some reason, my brain just wanted me to keep going and read to find out what that twist was about. So fuck it, I'm gonna tell you guys about it. So guess what? This guy's been a fucking villain all along. That scene where he was confused? No, that was an act apparently. He chose this path because he thought that would get him closer to I don't fucking care, it's stupid. Instead, I want to talk about this other woman that he is currently having an affair with. So essentially, he basically made a deal with the devil, but he rejects her because that would be cheating. but since he's made a deal for her to consume a part of his protein every once in a while, he said everything else is okay as long as he doesn't put it in the salamis.
He's a strange one, isn't he?
Yeah man, it's not cheating as long as I don't put it inside her pum-pum. Said no one with a working frontal lobe ever. You piece of shit, that's not how it works. But even if it were, you can't just keep your wife in the dark. That's like claiming that you're in an open relationship, but you're the only one who made that decision, so it doesn't count as cheating. Newsflash, buddy, that's cheating. And they even revealed that the last time they played Smash Bros was 3 months ago. So bitch, you've been cheating.
This manhwa fucking sucks. He fucking sucks. This story sucks. The only thing good is Lumina, but I can't stand the fact that her affection points keep going to this bastard, when that should have been me. That should be me sitting next to you, and that should be me that receives your love. That should be me on your hand. That should be me. That should be me. This video is sponsored by Kiwa. If you want to hear me sing an entire cover, then subscribe to there. I mean, I don't do it. I heavily dislike this series, and 95% of it is due to this main character. He just exudes that loser energy. The only thing cool about him is the fact that he believes in mommy supremacy. But if you spend most of your time hurting a mommy, then you don't deserve to be one of us. Stop parading yourself as such, or we will have to disintegrate you for giving us bad rep. I will not be touching the series anymore. Conceptually, it is alright, but if I have to read another chapter where this bitchwad starts his cringy ass monologues again, I might just peel my skin. So as a series, I don't mind being a bit nice by giving it a 4 out of 10, but Mr. Honk is truly a 1 out of 10. Gosh, just thinking of it makes me sick. I don't even want to utter that name anymore. What a fuck it, this guy will have to play. Hi ho! So as you may know, the uncensored version of this video is on my Patreon, so go and check that out. Second channel is still consistent, and also I'm planning to make a video with my mom there, so subscribe to that if you're interested and don't want to miss it. Instagram, Twitter, whatever, you guys get the point. I've been having a great time lately. Maybe some days a bit better and some a bit shittier than others. I'm looking at you. But on God, the next few videos are likely going to be pre-recorded. I won't be available for most of the next few days because of personal circumstances and the World Cup. So unfortunately, these next videos will be made without me seeing the comment section of this video, which I personally never like doing. I prefer seeing what you guys usually have to say so that I can input it when I'm making the next video, but the pushing has come to shoving, so this is gonna have to do for a while. Anyways, other than that, I got nothing else left to say. Bye.